Restless. Restless.
មិនស្រណុកចិត្តរស័ព្ទរសល់
She's restless because she worries about him. She's restless because she worries about him.
នាងនៅមិនស្រណុកចិត្តព្រោះបារម្ភពីគាត់
Dead. Dead.
ស្លាប់
He's been dead for 20 years now. He's been dead for 20 years now.
គាត់បានស្លាប់អស់រយៈពេល20ឆ្នាំមកហើយ
Society. Society.
សង្គម
It will be a danger to society. It will be a danger to society.
វានឹងមានគ្រោះថ្នាក់ដល់សង្គម
Full of. Full of.
ពោពេញពេញលេញនៃការ
The room has gotten full of junk again. The room has gotten full of junk again.
បន្ទប់នេះពោពេញទៅដោយសម្រាមម្ដងទៀត
Recognize. Recognize.
ទទួលស្គាល់ស្គាល់
Do you recognize this tune? Do you recognize this tune?
តើអ្នកស្គាល់បទនេះទេ
Prove. Prove.
បញ្ជាក់
You're mistaken, and I can prove it. You're mistaken, and I can prove it.
អ្នកយល់ខុសហើយខ្ញុំអាចបញ្ជាក់វាបាន
Cozy. Cozy.
កក់ក្ដៅ
Hang and Tim looked pretty cozy at the party. Hang and Tim looked pretty cozy at the party.
ហេងនិងធីមមើលទៅកក់ក្ដៅគួរសមនៅក្នុងពិធីជប់លៀង
Common. Common.
ទូទៅធម្មតា
These problems now seem fairly common. These problems now seem fairly common.
បញ្ហាទាំងនេះឥឡូវនេះហាក់ដូចជារឿងធម្មតា
Vehement. Vehement.
ឃ្លាវខ្លា
He was a vehement opponent of slavery. He was a vehement opponent of slavery.
គាត់គឺជាគូប្រជែងដ៏ខ្លាំងក្លានៃទេសភាព
Isolation. Isolation.
ការដាក់ឲ្យនៅដាច់ដោយឡែកឯកោ
Many blind people have feelings of isolation. Many blind people have feelings of isolation.
មនុស្សពិការភ្នែកជាច្រើនមានអារម្មណ៍ឯកោ
Features. Features.
លក្ខណៈពិសេស
This is a key feature of our society. This is a key feature of our society.
នេះគឺជាលក្ខណៈសំខាន់នៃសង្គមរបស់យើង
Pick up. Pick up.
លើកឡើង
Can you pick up the pen for me? Can you pick up the pen for me?
តើអ្នកអាចរើសប៊ិចឲ្យខ្ញុំបានទេ
Insane. Insane.
ឆ្កួតវិកលចរិត
The whole plan is quite insane. The whole plan is quite insane.
ផែនការទាំងមូលគឺពិតជាឆ្កួត
Target. Target.
គោលដៅ
Thieves often target unprotected people. Thieves often target unprotected people.
ចោរច្រើនតែកំណត់គោលដៅមនុស្សដែលមិនមានការការពារ
Prisoner. Prisoner.
អ្នកទោស
The prisoner was put on probation. The prisoner was put on probation.
អ្នកទោសត្រូវបានគេដាក់ឲ្យនៅក្នុងការសាកល្បង
Boon. Boon.
ប្រយោជន៍
Radio is a boon to the blind. Radio is a boon to the blind.
វិទ្យុជាប្រយោជន៍សម្រាប់មនុស្សខ្វាក់
Abnormal. Abnormal.
មិនធម្មតា
This cool weather is abnormal for March. This cool weather is abnormal for March.
អាកាសធាតុត្រជាក់នេះគឺមិនធម្មតាសម្រាប់ខែមីនា
Stare. Stare.
សម្លឹងមើល
Please do not stare at us. Please do not stare at us.
សូមកុំសម្លឹងមកយើង
Blur. Blur.
ព្រិល
The building appeared as a blur in the mist. The building appeared as a blur in the mist.
អគារនោះបានលេចចេញជាព្រើក្នុងអាប
Idea. Idea.
គំនិត
I think that's a very sensible idea. I think that's a very sensible idea. I think that's a very sensible idea.
ខ្ញុំគិតថាវាជាគំនិតសមហេតុផលណាស់
Like. Like.
ដូច
She used to have a phone like mine. She used to have a phone like mine.
នាងធ្លាប់មានទូរស័ព្ទដូចខ្ញុំ
Dislike. Dislike.
មិនចូលចិត្ត
The students dislike being away from their families. The students dislike being away from their families.
សិស្សមិនចូលចិត្តនៅឆ្ងាយពីគ្រួសារទេ
Tunnel. Tunnel.
ផ្លូវរួមក្រោមដី
The bus passed through a tunnel. The bus passed through a tunnel.
ឡានក្រុងបានឆ្លងកាត់ផ្លូវរួមក្រោមដីមួយ
Earthquake. Earthquake.
ការរញ្ជួយដី
Our village had an awful earthquake last week. Our village had an awful earthquake last week.
ភូមិរបស់យើងមានការរញ្ជួយដីដ៏អាក្រក់កាលពីសប្តាហ៍មុន
Oblivion. Oblivion.
ការភ្លេចភ្លាំង
What has happened will be buried in oblivion. What has happened will be buried in oblivion.
អ្វីដែលបានកើតឡើងនឹងត្រូវកប់ក្នុងការភ្លេចភ្លាំង
Additional. Additional.
បន្ថែម
There will be no additional charges for this meal. There will be no additional charges for this meal.
នឹងមិនមានការគិតថ្លៃបន្ថែមសម្រាប់អាហារនេះទេ
Sick. Sick.
ឈឺ
He got sick of hanging around waiting for me. He got sick of hanging around waiting for me.
គាត់ឈឺដោយសារតែនៅរង់ចាំខ្ញុំ
Trash. Trash.
សំរាម
Will you take out the trash? Will you take out the trash?
តើអ្នកនឹងយកសំរាមចេញទេ
Boring. Boring.
គួរឲ្យធុញ
The chemistry class is boring. The chemistry class is boring.
ថ្នាក់គីមីវិទ្យាគឺគួរឲ្យធុញទ្រាន់
Pollution. Pollution.
ការបំពុល
All pollution is simply an unused resource. All pollution is simply an unused resource.
ការបំពុលទាំងអស់គ្រាន់តែជាធនធានដែលមិនប្រើប្រាស់
Respect. Respect.
ការគោរព
Many teachers are treated with a lack of respect. Many teachers are treated with a lack of respect.
គ្រូជាច្រើនត្រូវបានប្រព្រឹត្តដោយខ្វះការគោរព
Scary. Scary.
គួរឲ្យខ្លាច
The show is both scary and funny. The show is both scary and funny.
ការសម្ដែងគឺគួរឲ្យខ្លាចនិងគួរឲ្យអស់សំណើច
Prison. Prison.
គុក
He escaped from prison this evening. He escaped from prison this evening.
គាត់បានរត់ចេញពីគុកនៅល្ងាចនេះ
Scared. Scared.
ភ័យខ្លាច
I wonder who is scared to lose me. I wonder who is scared to lose me.
ខ្ញុំឆ្ងល់ថាអ្នកណាខ្លាចបាត់បង់ខ្ញុំ
Compassion. Compassion.
សេចក្តីមេត្តាករុណា
She showed no compassion for her friend. She showed no compassion for her friend.
នាងមិនមានចិត្តអាណិតអាសូរមិត្តភក្តិរបស់នាងឡើយ
Dusky. Dusky.
ប្រឡប់
The whole theater roared in the dusky light. The whole theater roared in the dusky light.
រោងមហោស្រពទាំងមូលបានគ្រហឹមក្នុងពន្លឺប្រឡប់
Ruin. Ruin.
វិនិច្ឆ័យបំផ្លាញ
Keeping distance doesn't ruin a relationship. Keeping distance doesn't ruin a relationship.
ការរក្សាជំងាយមិនបំផ្លាញទំនាក់ទំនងទេ
Standpoint. Standpoint. Standpoint.
ទស្សនៈ
What is the basis of your standpoint? What is the basis of your standpoint?
តើអ្វីជាមូលដ្ឋាននៃទស្សនៈរបស់អ្នក
Hardly. Hardly.
ស្ទើរតែពិបាកណាស់
We can hardly imagine such a scene. We can hardly imagine such a scene.
យើងស្ទើរតែនឹកស្មានមិនដល់នូវទិដ្ឋភាពបែបនេះ
Wide. Wide.
ធំទូលាយ
It's too wide, we can't swim across it. It's too wide, we can't swim across it.
វាគឺធំណាស់យើងមិនអាចហែលឆ្លងកាត់វាបានទេ
Cast. Cast.
សម្ដែង
She was cast in the role of a fairy. She was cast in the role of a fairy.
នាងត្រូវបានសម្ដែងជាតួទេពអប្សរ
Final. Final.
ចុងក្រោយ
They were unfortunate to lose in the final match. They were unfortunate to lose in the final match.
ពួកគេជាអកុសលដែលចាញ់ក្នុងការប្រកួតចុងក្រោយ
Put. Put.
ដាក់
The lady put her wallet in her car. The lady put her wallet in her car.
ស្ត្រីនោះបានដាក់កាបូបលុយក្នុងរថយន្ត
Medicine. Medicine.
ថ្នាំ
Can I have some medicine? Can I have some medicine?
តើខ្ញុំអាចលេបថ្នាំបានដែរឬទេ
Quilt. Quilt.
ភួយ
The design of this quilt cover is quite elegant. The design of this quilt cover is quite elegant.
ការរចនានៅលើភួយនេះគឺឆើតឆាយណាស់
Injustice. Injustice.
អយុត្តិធម៌
I think we have done him an injustice. I think we have done him an injustice.
ខ្ញុំគិតថាយើងបានធ្វើឲ្យគាត់អយុត្តិធម៌
Picturesque. Picturesque.
គួរឲ្យតាក់ទាញ
That was a picturesque phrase. That was a picturesque phrase.
នោះគឺជាឃ្លាដ៏គួរឲ្យតាក់ទាញ
Breakfast. Breakfast.
អាហារពេលព្រឹក
It's time to eat breakfast. It's time to eat breakfast.
ដល់ពេលញ៉ាំអាហារពេលព្រឹកហើយ
Share. Share.
ចែករំលែក
Please share it with your friends. Please share it with your friends.
សូមចែករំលែកវាជាមួយមិត្តភ័ក្តិរបស់អ្នក
Laughter. Laughter.
សំណើច
Laughter is the best medicine. Laughter is the best medicine.
ការសើចគឺជាថ្នាំដ៏ល្អបំផុត
Aspire. Aspire.
ប្រាថ្នា
Other people will aspire to be like you. Other people will aspire to be like you.
មនុស្សផ្សេងទៀតនឹងប្រាថ្នាចង់ធ្វើដូចអ្នក
Better. Better.
កាន់តែប្រសើរល្អជាង
He is better than you think. He is better than you think.
គាត់ល្អជាងអ្នកគិតទៅទៀត
Fatal. Fatal.
ស្លាប់
The disease is potentially fatal. The disease is potentially fatal.
ជំងឺនេះអាចមានលទ្ធភាពស្លាប់បាន
Luminous. Luminous.
ភ្លឺចាំង
They painted the door a luminous green. They painted the door a luminous green.
ពួកគេបានលាបពណ៌ទ្វារពណ៌បៃតងភ្លឺ
Audience. Audience.
ទស្សនិកជន
Some of the audience started booing. Some of the audience started booing.
ទស្សនិកជនមួយចំនួនចាប់ផ្ដើមស្រែក
Alive. Alive.
នៅរស់
Is your grandfather still alive? Is your grandfather still alive?
តើជីតារបស់អ្នកនៅរស់ទេ
Spy. Spy.
ចាកម្មជនបង្កប់
The spy was caught in the act. The spy was caught in the act.
ចារកម្មត្រូវបានចាប់ខ្លួនក្នុងសកម្មភាពនេះ
Scold. Scold.
ស្ដីបន្ទោសជេរ
If she finds out, she'll scold me. If she finds out, she'll scold me.
បើនាងដឹងនាងនឹងជេរខ្ញុំ
Sharp. Sharp.
មុតស្រួច
Be careful with that sharp knife. Be careful with that sharp knife.
ប្រយ័ត្នជាមួយកាំបិតមុតស្រួចនោះ
Enchanting. Enchanting.
គួរឲ្យតាក់ទាញ
The overall effect is enchanting. The overall effect is enchanting.
ឥទ្ធិពលរួមគឺគួរឲ្យតាក់ទាញ
Hardly. Hardly.
ប្រធានមេចម្បង
Smoking is one of the chief causes of lung cancer. Smoking is one of the chief causes of lung cancer.
ការជក់បារីគឺជាមូលហេតុចម្បងមួយនៃជំងឺមហារីកសួត
Inquire. inquire,
សាកសួរសួរ
Did she inquire about him? Did she inquire about him?
តើនាងបានសួរអំពីគាត់ទេ
annoy, annoy,
រំខាន
He tends to annoy me. He tends to annoy me.
គាត់មានចេតនារំខានខ្ញុំ
lucrative, lucrative,
សំណាងរកចំណូល
She has a lucrative deal with a cosmetics company. She has a lucrative deal with a cosmetics company.
នាងមានកិច្ចព្រមព្រៀងរកប្រាក់កម្រៃជាមួយនឹងក្រុមហ៊ុនកែសម្ផស្ស
interesting, interesting,
គួរឲ្យចាប់អារម្មណ៍
That was interesting, wasn't it? That was interesting, wasn't it?
នោះគួរឲ្យចាប់អារម្មណ៍ណាស់មែនទេ
otherwise, otherwise,
បើមិនដូច្នេះទេបើមិនអញ្ចឹងទេ
Stand still there, otherwise, he'll shoot. Stand still there, otherwise, he'll shoot.
ឈរនៅទីនោះបើមិនដូច្នោះទេគាត់នឹងបាញ់
maybe, maybe,
ប្រហែល
Maybe he'll come tonight. Maybe he'll come tonight.
ប្រហែលជាគាត់នឹងមកនៅយប់នេះ
fear, fear,
ការភ័យខ្លាច
He is shivering with fear. He is shivering with fear.
គាត់កំពុងញ័រដោយភ័យខ្លាច
worship, worship,
ថ្វាយបង្គំ
We all worship the same God. We all worship the same God.
យើងទាំងអស់គ្នាថ្វាយបង្គំព្រះតែមួយថ្វាយបង្គំព្រះតែមួយ
remind, remind,
រំលឹក
Your eyes remind me of your mother. Your eyes remind me of your mother.
ភ្នែករបស់អ្នករំលឹកខ្ញុំអំពីម្ដាយរបស់អ្នក
stamina, stamina,
ភាពរឹងមាំភាពធន់
We need stamina to be long-distance runners. We need stamina to be long-distance runners.
យើងត្រូវការភាពធន់ដើម្បីក្លាយជាអ្នករត់ចម្ងាយឆ្ងាយ
some, some,
They have some work to do this evening. They have some work to do this evening.
គេមានការងារខ្លះត្រូវធ្វើនៅល្ងាចនេះ គេមានការងារខ្លះត្រូវធ្វើនៅល្ងាចនេះ
holy, holy,
បរិសុទ្ធ
She lived a holy life. She lived a holy life.
នាងបានរស់នៅក្នុងជីវិតដ៏បរិសុទ្ធ
environment, environment,
បរិស្ថាន
Are you doing enough to protect the environment? Are you doing enough to protect the environment?
តើអ្នកធ្វើគ្រប់គ្រាន់ដើម្បីការពារបរិស្ថានទេ
Platform. Platform.
វេទិកា
There's a gap between the bus and the platform. There's a gap between the bus and the platform.
មានគម្លាតរវាងឡានក្រុងនិងវេទិកា